Hello Cancers, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading, whoever you're thinking about. That is who this reading is intended for. And everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, all of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Cancers, let's take a look and see what is going on for you guys. We have the King of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Fool, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Wands. All right, Cancers, we have the Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck for the general overall energy. All right, Cancer. So you are definitely in their energy. You are showing up here. Some of you guys could be dealing with another Cancer. I also see Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini. I see Aquarius, Taurus. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. But I definitely feel here that somebody is missing you. That is their biggest energy, is they are missing you. They are in their feelings about you, about the situation. And I definitely feel like whether they want it to be this way or not, I definitely feel like you are really dominating their energy. Okay, you are showing up here as yourself, you know, as their overall energy. So they are thinking about you, feeling things about you, whether they want to or not. I definitely feel like they could try to block certain emotions out or certain thoughts out. Like I definitely feel with the Seven of Wands energy that they are like trying to like get through the day and focus on other things. And I just feel like it's getting harder and harder to do. For some of you guys, it's been a little bit of time that you have been, I feel like you are out of communication with this person. For those of you where this is your reading, I definitely feel like it's a no contact situation. And I feel like, you know, maybe it has been easier in the beginning, or, you know, I just feel like it's like there's this almost this energy of progression, Cancer, where I feel like something is getting progressively more difficult. Instead of the other way around, which I feel like a lot of times, right, the more space and distance we have, sometimes it gets easier, right? And I don't feel like that's the case with this situation, at least not for this person. It's like the longer that it goes, the more it kind of amps up. They have the King of Wands in the area of their thoughts. So they're definitely thinking about taking some kind of action here. And maybe that is why it's really giving me a Judgment card energy, to be honest with you. That to me can feel like this inner calling or this inner pull to take some kind of action. And I definitely feel like maybe somebody is feeling that way. We're going to clarify that King of Wands because it seems like they are thinking about taking some sort of action. Now, maybe they have already decided to take the action and they're kind of just trying to think out the process of it, you know, how they're going to go about it. For others of you, here, we're going to take both of these. For others of you, I definitely feel like it's just something that they're like feeling this pull to do. So I see the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil energy here with the King of Wands. So somebody does feel this pull, but that Knight of Pentacles says that they are kind of dragging their feet. And I feel like it could be because of this Four of Wands and this Nine of Pentacles energy that we're seeing here at the bottom of the deck. For some of you guys, this person may, I definitely feel like it's going to represent different things for all of you, okay? The context of the energy will be different for all of you. But what I'm feeling here is that there is something that this person, some way that this person has been for a long time. Whether it's like they've been single for a long time, maybe they have a hard time with higher levels of commitment. Whether it's that they have, you know, lived in a certain area for a long time and being with you requires a move. there's some kind of significant change that I feel like comes with moving towards you. The Four of Wands can talk about commitment, marriage, but it can also talk about just stepping into a new chapter, right? And I feel like that here, maybe it's some kind of lifestyle or behavior or that, that this person has had for a long time that they know like they would have to change. There's some kind of big change that comes from moving towards you here. And I feel like that's what the real problem is. It's not that they don't know what they want, Cancer, when it comes to the person that they want. I feel like they knew that their heart chose you a long time ago. But it's this change, whatever this is, right? Like I said, for some of you guys, it could be commitment. It's like going from that single life to that committed life. For others of you, like maybe there's a move, maybe there's a habit or an addiction or lifestyle change. There's something here. And that's what I feel like where they've been dragging their feet. There's a lot of fear surrounding that here with that devil energy. They could still feel a very strong attachment to whatever that was. Okay, whether that's, like I said, that lifestyle, that mindset, that way of being. They still feel a very strong attachment to it. And there's a lot of fear about going in a different direction. There's a lot of fear about stepping out of that. And I do feel like this person knows that that is something that is required of them in order to come and move towards you. For some of you guys, I feel like this is a cycle or has been a cycle. This part may not be for all of you. So if it's not, just don't take it on. Where I feel like this person maybe has tried to reconnect with you in the past, but the issue that we're talking about has still been an issue. And I feel like because of that, they're saying, okay, I can't come back again like that because we've tried it and it doesn't work. So I have to be ready to make this significant change if I'm going to be able to move towards Cancer. So that's part of the reason why I feel like they know they want to take this action, but they're dragging their feet in actually taking the action. Because it feels like it's a lot more than just reaching out, right? There's a lot more to it. They have the Eight of Swords here as their feelings, Cancer. So feeling very anxious. They could feel very tied to whatever that situation or mindset is. The Eight of Swords could be a card of a limiting belief. So they may feel like they may have a lot of doubts in themselves and their capabilities. Maybe they feel like, I don't know if I can break free from that. I don't know if I can make this big change. I've never been able to do it before. What if I can't do it? Or what if I move towards Cancer and it still doesn't work? Or, each one of those swords here is like a reason or a justification or an excuse, that kind of holds this person back. I definitely feel like this person is their own worst enemy. And I feel like for most of us, that is the truth, right? But I definitely feel like that's true here for this person. And I feel like someone's feeling very... They feel like they don't have as much control in the situation as they actually do. I definitely feel like they feel very attached, stuck, and tied to whatever that energy is. They definitely feeling very doubtful, very anxious, but they're also feeling this sense of pressure to move towards you. Maybe that's because the longer that it's been, they're not quite sure where you're going to be. There's definitely some kind of energy of pressure here. I feel like I felt that for you in one of your last readings too, Cancer, that similar energy of pressure. They have the full energy here for their intentions. I do like that. To me, the full energy is them wanting to have some kind of new start, have some kind of new beginning, wanting to be able to just take a chance on themselves. It's like they're having a hard time with that, though. I definitely feel like this person does not have a lot of faith in themselves. They have the King of Pentacles as the challenge. So to me, this could be a few different things here, Cancer. The King of Pentacles, one could say that things had got to a very unstable place between you and this person, and especially if you're in no contact, that could definitely be the case. Or even in the connection, maybe if it was a cycle like back and forth, in and out, inconsistent. Because I see the Knight of Wands clarifying it. They could feel that that created a lot of instability, and that's going to be hard to get past. Especially because like somebody could be wanting to move towards you here, Knight of Wands and Page of Cups, with an apology or with an expression of emotion. But if they've already done this, then it's like, okay, well, is that even going to matter to Cancer? Is that even going to mean anything? Especially for those of you where somebody, like we talked about earlier, for those of you where it's a cycle where somebody has tried to come back in before the issue was resolved, and it didn't work and you could have said all the things that, they could have said all the things to you then. It does kind of feel like that here where someone's like, okay, well, is it even going to matter if I move towards Cancer after all that? So there's some of that is holding this person back, kind of contributing to that 8 of Swords energy that we saw. But I also feel like for some of you guys, it could be just the commitment itself. This person could have a fear of commitment or a fear of like losing themselves. One thing that's sticking out to me with this is if you can see the King of Pentacles on this card, you can almost not tell where his environment ends and he begins, right? They're very intertwined with one another. Now, whether this person could have experienced that in a past relationship, or whether they experienced that, maybe they saw that with their own parents, where it's like there could be a fear of like losing themselves or their own identity in a relationship. For those of you where it's a fear of commitment, I don't feel like that's the case. I don't feel like that's the case for all of you, where it's a fear of commitment, but I do feel like it is for a lot of you. For others of you, I think it's other things, and you'll know what that is. So we have the 7 of Swords as their next actions and behaviors towards you. So let's take a look at that. We have the Judgment card and the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like this person doesn't want you to know where they still really are with things. There is this acknowledgement of what they need to change, but there's a definite fear of actually changing it and a huge doubt in their capability of doing that. And that Judgment card is that energy that I was feeling earlier of feeling that call to take some action, to take a certain action, and this knowing, this awareness, this awakening, this realization that this is something that has to happen. This change is something that has to happen in order for me to move towards Cancer. Like there's no way around it. I know that this has to happen. But there's a 7 of Swords of, I don't know that I'm actually ready for that. There's a distrust energy between the two of you because of everything that's happened up to this point. And most importantly, there's a distrust with this person within themselves. I don't even think this person trusts themselves to be able to make that change. For some of you guys, like I said, if what they're attached to could be like a karmic situation. I don't feel like that's the case for most of you, but for some of you it is. With that Devil energy here, with the 6 of Pentacles energy, can talk about giving to more than one thing here. And like I said, for others of you, it could be other things and situations, but the potential outcome is the 4 of Wands. So for those of you where it is a karmic kind of situation or a past, like another person that they are attached to, I do feel like this person is going to end that in order to move towards you here. The 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, it feels like somebody could be blocking that situation out to move towards you here. For others of you, and I think that is a very positive thing, for those of you where the only issue was just another person in the mix, I feel like they are ending that and blocking them out to move towards you. For everybody else, though, where it's not a person and it is like an addiction or a big change, where it's like a commitment or something of that nature, I would be cautious of this person coming towards you, because even though the 4 of Wands is a card of like stepping into a new chapter, it still doesn't look like much has changed. It looks like they know that it needs to, and I feel like somebody's going to be coming towards you and putting more effort and energy into it, but they're still not there yet. Okay. And I feel like they want to be, but they're not. And that's just the reality of the situation. That does not mean that they couldn't continue to work on it and get there. But I just don't feel like they're being fully honest with you about where they are when they come back in. And maybe that's because they feel like there's no way that you will take them back or give them another chance if you knew, how much they're still really struggling. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I do hope that this helps. If it resonates, let me know. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just check out your other placements. And everything you need to know is in the description box below for you. If you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you guys for being here with me, and I will see you next time.